Title: Between the Pages of Silence. Call to action. Start. Before diving into this emotional story of love and hard choices, don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. If you're passionate about stories that touch your heart and make you reflect, this channel is perfect for you. Turn on the notification bell, and join us in every soul-stirring chapter. Story: Silence is not always empty. Sometimes, it's full of answers we're too afraid to hear. Valentina, a librarian in the quiet little town of Ravenshade, lived a calm, routine life. Every morning she opened the doors to the old library, greeted visitors with a soft smile, and disappeared among the rows of books that, in the absence of real adventures, fed her days with stories from other worlds. Since her mother passed away and her fiancé abandoned her just before their wedding, Valentina had closed herself off to love. What she didn't expect was that one day, while sorting through the donation section, she would find a box of old books and an unaddressed letter. The letter was written in blue ink with elegant handwriting and read, "I don't know if you'll ever read this. I don't know if you'll ever be ready to hear the truth. But if you are, you'll know that every word written on these pages is my desperate attempt to make up for the mistake of leaving you." Intrigued, Valentina searched through the books in the box and found a leather-bound notebook. She began reading it at night, alone, with a cup of hot tea and a quiet anxiety in her fingertips. As she read through the pages, she realized the story was that of her ex-fiancé, Elias. He described how, on the eve of their wedding, he received a call from the hospital. His father, whom he hadn't seen since childhood, was dying. Elias had run from the altar not out of cowardice, but guilt and remorse. His father wanted to see him one last time. The journal also revealed how much he regretted not coming back, how unworthy he felt of her, how he watched her from afar for months, unable to face her. Each word hurt. Each confession pierced through Valentina's long-buried love and her anger. Weeks passed. Valentina didn't know whether to look for him or leave the past behind. But her heart could no longer stay silent. One rainy afternoon, as she was closing the library, a soaked man rushed inside. It was him, Elias. "I didn't expect to find you here," he said softly. His eyes locked onto hers. "I came for the notebook. You weren't supposed to read it." "I did. Every word," Valentina replied, lips trembling. "Why didn't you come back sooner?" "Because I hated myself more than I ever imagined. And I thought you hated me too." There was a heavy silence. Rain slammed against the windows like it wanted to witness that moment. Elias stepped forward slowly. "I never stopped loving you, Valentina." She took a step back, shaking. "And what do I do with all the pain? All the time you left me alone?" Elias looked down, defeated. He turned to leave. But then, Valentina stopped him. "I don't want to go back to the past, Elias. But I don't want to stay stuck in it either." They looked at each other for what felt like forever. Then she stepped forward and hugged him. It wasn't instant forgiveness. It wasn't a promise of eternal love. It was a truce, a possibility. In the days that followed, they began to talk. They walked old trails, sat on forgotten benches, reread letters, and shared silences that spoke louder than words. The wound was still there, but so was hope. And so, between the pages of silence, Valentina and Elias began to write a new story. Not perfect, but real. The end.